Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I was looking the other day through my old photos and I kind of noticed a similarity between them, the makeup. And I was so in love with this one at the time. I wore it all the time, you know, for events or anything like that. And I feel like this time of year is the perfect time to wear it. So I thought to recreate it for you and show you how I did it. So stay tuned.
So hey, hello, it's me again. First I'm going to prime my eyelids, and as always I'm going to use MAC's Soft Ochre. This is a paint pot and I'm using my fingers to do this because it's just easier for me. Then the entire eye look I'm going to create with this NYX eyeshadow palette, and it's looking like this, quite natural. First I like to dip into a warm toned eyeshadow, always matte, and define a bit my eye crease with that. I like to build up the intensity, the color, so I'm taking now a matte kind of reddish brown eyeshadow, and this I'm running over the entire crease from the inner corner to the outer corner of my eye, and also bringing it outside the eye socket. Then I took another matte eyeshadow, and this is a deeper brown with less reddish undertone, and I intensified the crease even more. For the lid I chose this color. This is shimmery, and this is like a berry brick kind of color, very pretty and very buttery also. I then decided to intensify the outer corner and inner corner a bit more, and by doing this the lid color is going to pop quite nicely. I then decided to bring the whole look a step further, so I'm going to work with pigments. This is from Inglot and it's looking like this, and this is my favorite method to apply it. I like to take a bit of a makeup fixing spray on the back of my hand and mix it with the pigment. The consistency should be quite creamy, so not too runny, because otherwise the payoff is not going to be good enough. This brush I'm using is from KIKO, and I love using it for this purpose also because the bristles are quite long and firm and narrow. It's going to make the job quite easy. And here I'm applying one more time that brown shade. So I'm basically repeating the same step I did previously. I just want to go over the edges where I've applied the pigment. I take this cream kind of shadow and I'm running it along the edges. I just don't want any harsh lines. Now it's time for the eyeliner, and I like using this Bourjuois one. This is really fine, and I like the fact that it's really matte and black. I'm looking to do a specific kind of shape for my eyeliner. I want it to be quite close to the eyelashes, so I'm not going to do a very rounded shape where the pupil of the eye is. I'm actually staying quite thin with my eyeliner today. I cleaned underneath, and now I'm going to do my base and return to the eyes later. I applied my moisturizer, and now I'm going over that with a face primer. Then I chose for this look a pen stick foundation, and this is from MaxFactor. I'm applying it directly to my skin, and then I'm going to blend it in just a second. To do that, I'm using a sponge from Real Techniques, and I'm going over the entire face with it. I didn't use for this look a flat top foundation brush because that would add too much to my skin, and I quite like a medium kind of finish. I'm also bringing it down my neck because I have a few spots, red spots, and I'm covering all that. Then from the Makeup Forever correcting palette, I'm going to take that second from the left shade. I'm using for this the same Real Techniques sponge, and I'm patting that product into my skin just where I need it. So underneath my eyes and a bit down my neck also, and anywhere where my foundation didn't cover that good. Then I'm going to take Maybelline's Fit Me foundation stick. And with this, I'm just going to warm up a bit my face. I apply it where I normally apply my bronzer, so to the highest points of my face. Forehead, cheeks, and a bit of my jawline. Then I'll take the same sponge and go over the lines. By using this, is not going to make a huge difference to the whole look, but it's going to bring a bit of warmth to my face. I'm going to go over that with powder product, so this is actually just the base, just the first layer. Then I'm setting my whole base with this hourglass powder, and this has a slight luminosity to it. And I'm using a powder brush from Real Techniques to do this. From the Smashbox contouring palette, I'm taking that middle shade. So this is the powder bronzer that will go over the cream bronzer. Then with a Japanese brush, I'm dipping into those two shades. One is the contour shade and one is the bronzer shade. And with those, I'm going to contour my nose. I like to blend the nose contour with the same sponge I use for the foundation. To highlight my face, I'm using this palette from Zoeva, and all those shades are highlighters. And I'm using that shade, I'm applying it also with a Zoeva fan brush. Then the blusher I chose is from this palette from BH Cosmetics. It's this shade, and I'm applying it with the same fan brush from Zoeva. Then it's time for the eyebrows, and I'm applying a pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills with an angled brush from Real Techniques. To set them, I'm using a Bobbi Brown clear eyebrow gel. And now I'm continuing the work with the eyes, and I'm applying my inner corner highlighter, and this is from the NYX palette. This is like a gold, shimmery gold eyeshadow. The matte brown I'm going to run underneath my eyes, and this is going to smoke out the line, and it's going to make it a bit more sultry looking. Here I'm just using a Q-tip to smoke that line out. Then with the same Inglot gel eyeliner, this is in 77 I think, this is a jet black eyeliner. This is the blackest black I've ever tried, and I'm just running this along my waterline and also tight lining with this. I'm now going to create an inner corner flick with the same Bourjuois liner. This is going to create the illusion that the eyes are longer and bigger, and it's going to make them really feline-like. I also highlighted under the brows, and I used the same palette from NYX. My lip liner is from Aura, and this is a very deep burgundy berry kind of color. Now, this being a matte deep color, I can actually go over my natural line quite a bit. Always overline your lips with a matte lip liner, always matte, because if not, your natural lip line is going to shine through, so it's naturally going to catch the light because it's the highest point of your lip. I always like to overline my bottom lip a bit more than the top one, so I'm actually just keeping the natural proportions of my lips. On top of that, mainly to the middle of my lip, I'm applying this Maybelline lipstick. To finish off the eyes, I'm using this mascara. This is in black and it's from Maybelline. It's one of my drugstore faves, I have to say. It's separating, it's volumizing, it's not clumpy, it's lengthening. It's just one of the best. My lashes are my all-time favorites from Ardell, and those are the Demi Wispies.
So guys, this was the tutorial for this week. I love wearing this makeup. It makes me feel so confident, and those colors complement really well my hazel eyes. Of course, you can change the colors to suit your eyes, to suit your outfit, personality and all that. The eyeliner is going to make your eyes really pop, and the lashes are going to make your eyes very big. So I hope you like the look. I'm going to catch you in my next tutorial. Bye.